Hey guys, Nashi here, and this is June's game haul. So this is everything I'm adding to my personal collection. Nothing that I'm reselling, or at least at the moment, and I decided to keep this in my collection. First off, a little shout out. Zach will never watch my videos anyways, but coworker Zach, he made me. I gave him some like designs off of a website that has like some CAD drawings for different 3D printed objects, and I gave him a bunch of like switch things and stuff like that. So he printed this out for me. It's a hold your switch. He picked the color himself. It's like a translucent blue. You're supposed to mount it to your shelf. There's two holes in there to mount it. Switch symbol in the middle, and holds your controller. Once you actually mount it, these things will actually stay in there and not try to go up or move around. But I thought that was pretty cool that he did that for me. And yeah, I've been looking for other designs for other things to display. He's got a couple different switch stands for me that he's printing out that he'll do this weekend, and I am pretty excited about that because one of them is really cool, and I'll do a video on it later. So shout out to him. Thanks, Zach. All right, where to begin? Maybe I'll take some stuff off the top, so the bigger stuff here. At Goodwill, I found this for $1. It is a vintage Chippendale Rescue Rangers bag. It feels like it is nylon. It is round on the side, but there's nothing in there. But it's a cool little bag. I love Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I went to go visit my mom in Missouri, and she brought back a whole bunch of, she had a whole bunch of, stuff for me for like reselling and other things. And in there was 2 of my trophies when I was a kid. 1991 Angels Minor Championship. We were 3-1-1. And we actually did first place on that year, and then 90 didn't get first place. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I got another one for that's over there already. That's been in my room for a while. But she gave me these to. I thought it was neat seeing these again. Hey, trophies as a kid. eBay. So I picked up this Senran Kagura on the Vita. This is the collector's edition box in the Endless Summer edition. Now the reason I picked this, I already actually have the exact same box. It was new from GameStop, and when I got the case, it came with this. They're like, yeah, it's new. I'm like, okay, cool. I take it, get home, and a few days later pull it out. I'm like, oh, there's just this Vita case in there. So I found this whole thing. I've been looking for just a case for it, just forever. Just try to find a case. I don't want, I didn't want this whole collector's edition because I already have it. But I found a really awesome deal on just the box set, but it has no game. Well, thank you, GameStop, for the new game. Now I have a complete, and yeah. So now this is complete in my collection. I was pretty disappointed when I saw that. I'll have to get that back in there later. Let's pull off some of this stuff over here. Today's beverage of choice is Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, which is actually pretty amazing. Diet Dr. Pepper was pretty good to start with. I got an Angry Pikachu Pop from Amazon. Silver Bulbasaur Pop. Oh, a few of these little things. These things were getting tossed, so I just grabbed them. It's Final Fantasy Advent Children. No, not Advent. This is the Final Fantasy VII Remake pre-order bonus, which is a like membership card thing, like a metal membership card or something. When I ordered it, I pre-ordered it and I never got a bonus, so I picked it up. I think this was like $2 or something. And then the other one is just a gift card, Switch 10. I figured I could do something with that. It's normally for a gift card, but I'm probably going to use that for some loose games as a gift for someone in the future. What else is in this box here? Oh, yeah. This was like $7 at GameStop. They just had it on sale, so I picked one up because I did not have the pink one. Oh, I guess I picked up a second. So now I got 2 of them. I did not know I bought 2, but they were 2 different GameStop bags. I forgot about that. But yeah, cool. I'll probably just sell one at a later time. Yeah, save the game for later. On Prime Day, this is one of my buys. It's a giant Mega Man. He's got 35 sound effects, motion activated sound, 3 swappable weapon accessories, 9 points of articulation. He's pretty damn cool. What do you think, guys? I like these just very kind of like a simple looking Mega Man figures. So this is the 30th anniversary version. Doesn't say how tall it is, but it's tall. It's from Jakks Pacific. Mega Man. I am probably going to open that thing up and actually display it. Another, I think this was on Prime Day too. This is the World of Warcraft pop-up book. I'm going to do a little video on this because I think it's pretty interesting. I'm going to open it up and yeah, check this out. Pop-up books. Remember those back in the long ago when you were a kid? And if you're a kid now, you probably don't even know what a pop-up book is or what even a book is. So I'll enjoy that one. I thought that was really neat. Dallas Retro Gamers. We had a meetup on Saturday, June 26th. It was pretty cool. Ton of people. We were at Makerspace in Carrollton, and my boy John Houston had a trade for me, and I got Ygritte Union Will Never Fight Alone. This is a strategy RPG, or I should say tactics RPG for the Game Boy Advance. Now this is just box and manual only, and this thing is very minty. I have the game ready and an extra manual, so now I got an extra manual that I'll probably flip. And I got one of those cases, that clamshell cases that someone made. So this was acquired. I traded John wanted there was a Switch game that he missed. It was a limited run game, and I had an extra copy, and so we just did a trade. This is about $50 to $60 value, this box. A couple other ones I grabbed was a Wario Land 2 for the Game Boy. This thing is very minty except for the stickers on there. It's pretty cool. And then Monster Rancher Battle Card DX, or no, GB, on the Game Boy Color. This thing is beautiful also. I picked up those 2. And then a guy had this listed for $20. And I actually, I'm like, hey, it don't got no manual, or I would buy it. And he's like, well, then how about $10? Okay, sure. It's Miracle Warriors, Seal of the Dark Lord. Now, what's funny about this, I remember playing this style games on my computer back in the day, in the early and mid-90s. I love these type of games. It's very clunky now. It is very hard to get into. What's really funny is, like, a couple days later, Eric Landon did a video on this game. about, what is it, Sega's most obscure JRPGs. And then the last thing I picked up was Obsidian. I got this for 30 bucks. This is fully complete. The box is in pretty good shape. I actually played this when I was a kid. Also, it's kind of like a game like this also. It's where you have, it's where you just kind of, you go forward and then the scene change. You go forward, the scene change, you can see different directions and stuff like that. It's just like a point and click adventure game. This battery backed up to save your progress, one of the first bullet points on the back. Yeah, not good anymore. Pretty cool back then. Alright, that's everything off this side. You would be ashamed to see my game room right now. It's such a mess. I got a project to get a lot of this cleaned up. So, let's do some quick organization to shuffle things around real quick. There is a lot of stuff in this box. Peek. All right, I'll talk about these guys right here. So this, I picked this up at a thrift store for like $6, and I thought this was pretty awesome. It is a Spawn, Mandarin Spawn. Todd McFarlane is one of my favorite comic book artists ever. I love the Spawn. I love the stuff he did with Spider-Man and Marvel before he broke off and went into Image Comics. And Spawn is one of my favorite comic book characters. And this just looked pretty damn awesome. And then when I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, these are the gold label. So I was just looking at different gold labels and everything. And I found this guy out in the wild. This is another gold label. This is Geralt of Rivia, The Witcher, Wild Hunt. And that looked pretty damn awesome, so I picked him up also. I didn't have any kind of Witcher characters, and I love Witcher 3. It's one of my favorite games. Excellent, excellent game. I can't wait for the next one. And then the series is going to come out even more later. And then, yeah. I got a SpongeBob vinyl. This is a masterpiece meme of SpongeBob with the rainbow. Now, this is series 1. Now, there is a whole bunch of other figures in this series, and I actually got them. They're actually in my garage right now. There's a Squidward I picked up, a Patrick Star, and another SpongeBob. And I love SpongeBob, and these are just, they just crack me up, so I picked them up. They were like $5 a piece. I'm not joking either. They were like $5 a piece, and I'm probably going to open these up and stick them somewhere when I have more room in here. So you could kind of figure out what they looked like. And it was at a flea market with my son, and there was just this one booth had one lone Nintendo 64 game. This is WCW Backstage Assault. Did not have this guy, and it was just like sitting there for like, I think $4 or $5 or something like that. They took off the price tag, so I don't remember. But yeah, just a little simple game. Don't have very many wrestling games for the Nintendo 64. I don't know how good that one is. Probably not that great. Whatever. I'll still take it. And we got, we'll put that there. This is Brutal, the Art of Samwise book. Now, this is one of the concept artists of like Warcraft and Blizzard Studios, and this is a book of his work. His name is Samwise Deeger, and he is a fantastic artist. If you ever looked at any of the concept art or just like the painting stuff, like he does amazing stuff. So this was actually on Amazon for like $15, and so I picked this up. I'll crack it open sometime and check it out. And I love the work. I would have loved to have like some of the posters of his artwork in my game room, if I actually had wall space for posters. That is a nice, thick book. My boy Miguel, he's opening up a booth. I got a sign in here from him that he gave me from his first booth that he had at a flea market, Traders Village. It is one of the biggest flea markets in America. It is absolutely massive, and they have these, you know, it kind of looks like storage units, and you could rent a storage unit. It's got power, and you could just sell whatever you want and then close the door after the weekend, and then just keep it locked up. And he's been doing a lot of antique malls, and now he's decided to get a booth, and I'm pretty close about getting a antique mall myself, booth there for doing some reselling of things I just don't want to ship or list. And so I was helping him out. I'm going to help him out tomorrow, which today with the video's coming up, I'm going to get a U-Haul to bring some shelves to him. And he hooked me up with a really good deal on a PS3 wireless controller. This thing is spectacular condition. And a game on the Xbox 360, Never Dead. I did not have this in my collection. It is complete and beautiful. Thank you, Miguel. I do appreciate it. This was, I don't think I showed these, but I want to just show them real quick. These are some pretty awesome, I gotta fix that one, figures. I was at Retro Madness and they had these Ghostbusters figures. These are the NECA ones. Egon, Ray, Winston. Got them all, you know, and different accessories. Looks like one of the guns popped out. I got to put that back in. But I picked them all up, and I picked these up like a couple months ago, but I found them in a bag, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about these. And these are going to be displayed. I love finding figures outside the box because I feel guilty about opening up figures. And I want to open up figures and display them. So that is really awesome getting those. Thank you, Retro Madness. You are awesome. And just different Club of Fun stuff from, and different papers from Play Asia and all that stuff. That's what that is. Face mask insert from Play Asia that they always put. Let's see. Didn't realize there was that pile. Oh, that's some other. There's a lot of killer stuff here. A lot of killer stuff in here. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do these right here. So apparently, I mean, I had a pile of movies in here. Some of these are cooler than others. Some of them are for my kid. This is the Blu-ray digital of the Spider-Man movies. These are the Far From Home, Homecoming, Into the Spider-Verse, and Venom. I had like 2 of these, and so I'm going to get rid of the other ones, and I now have all 4 of them. It's in an awesome looking steel book. For my son, Horton, Here's a Who. Also for my son, Cloudy, Chance of Meatballs. And this one, at first when I read this, I thought, you know, like, just like this, there's 4 movies on here. And I read the title of this, and I'm like, oh, this is, you know, 4 really great movies. It says, the 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. It was $1 at a pawn shop when I was picking up those other movies, and I thought it was like 4 movies. At first I'm like, oh wait, this is one of those parody movies. So I just picked it up. I'll watch it, and then if I don't like it, I'll get rid of it. Mr. Peabody and Sherman, son. Kung Fu Panda 2 for my sons. Now I have all 3 Kung Fu Pandas. And then the rest are for me. And I got these with the intent of actually watching these someday with my son. Some of these I would have to be watching a little bit later just because they're a little disturbing. A couple of scenes are just disturbing in them. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? When you got that guy melting tunes, that's a little disturbing for a little kid, you know. Little Monsters, remember this with Fred Savage back in the day? Oh yeah. We got some E.T. going on. This one, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Now I would watch this with him, but remember the scene with Big Marge in the truck? That'll probably scare him. I don't want to scare him yet. So someday when he gets older. Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. I actually love those two movies with Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan. It was a double feature. And then this one right here. I love this movie. He's going to be a lot older for this. I think I was like 14 or 15 when I actually saw this. But this is Dick Tracy. Great movie. So those are just some of the movies I picked up. This stack of movies, most of the kid cartoons and stuff, and that one weird movie, The Long Name, these were all like $1 a piece at pawn shops. And the other ones, they were on sale for like $5 or less. So these are all still really good deals. It's kind of funny, like a lot of times when I actually want to find movies that I want to add to my collection, I can never find them for really cheap. And this was like $8 or something. It was pretty cheap. Oh, actually it was more than $8, but still definitely worth it. If you haven't seen Venom, it is such an excellent movie. I highly recommend it. Pulling out some games so I could reach them all. We got, this one is a Genesis game called Dark Castle. I picked this one up in Retro Madness. Used some of my trade credit. It's got all the little inserts and map and everything in really good condition. Say what type of game it is. Like sometimes I would say what kind of style it is. It kind of looks like a platforming adventure game. So I don't have that many Genesis games or Master Systems. I ended up buying like Great Baseball, Great Basketball, just, you know, Afterburner, some of the extremely common Master System games, just to pad out. I think I'm at like 8 games now. But I also have Phantasy Star 1, I have Grovelius, and like a few others, and now Miracle Warrior. Bear claws. When you're barbecuing and you have a pork butt that you need to just shred. This is what these are for. I don't know why it's doing here. I picked it up for $1 at a yard sale, but this is to when I make some pulled pork, just to rip it apart pretty fast. And yeah, I saw people use these before. I'm like, hey, that looks handy. So this was a listing on Mercari. I had this as a kid. And it was just missing the CD, and I picked up the CD for it. This is Killer Instinct, and this is a box with the killer cuts. And I saw my CD as from a kid, so now I got the game, I got the manual. It is complete now, which is really awesome. And I think I got this the box and manual and the cart for like $30 or something like that. And if you got the disc, which is the hard part, the CD, the value of this goes way up. I need to get some more protectors for this stuff, because there's some really cool stuff that I need to protect. Another Genesis game. Actually, let's go for Super Nintendo. I picked this up at Retro Madness also with some of my trade credit. This is Space Football 1-on-1. It looked horrible, let's be honest. Armchair quarterbacks go, what, 400 miles per hour. I wish I had a way to show you gameplay footage if I wasn't so lazy, because this would probably be pretty damn bad. But it was so cheap, and I never heard or seen that before. Also at Retro Madness, I picked up Uncharted Waters. This is complete, but unfortunately does not have the cover on the manual. So some more Genesis stuff there. Oh, the manual. No, I got the manual separately because they didn't have the manual. That's why it's like that. I forget. There. I'm finally starting to see the bottom of this box, and then we could start talking about some of the other releases that I picked up. Got some Vita stuff too. Some more Switch. Oh, I think I spoiled something earlier, which I'll just go ahead and show in a moment. So Afterburner for the Master System, great basketball and great baseball. These were all so cheap. I just picked them up. I didn't even notice that this one, it has a chewed up corner. I'll probably end up replacing that, but they're complete. But it's just, I have no Master System games. I just need to fill out just a little bit to, it's like, do I really want to keep collecting that or not? You guys stay there. Kind of stacking up by the different systems here. Some more. Oh, we got cards I gotta take care of for the Club of Fun. PS5 game. Aladdin for $9.99 at Half Price Books, and it was complete. My God, look at these Switch games. That's a big pile of Switch games to go over. More Vita. Anime here. This is Senran Kagura Ninja Flash. This is the save version, which is super amazing value edition. This is Blu-ray DVD combo pack. This is the full, or 13 episodes or something like that. So more movie. Where did I put my stack of movies? Oh, right here. You don't need to see that one. That goes over there. Okay, so now that that's gone, strategy guide I'm adding to my collection. I got this at Half Price Books. This is Xenoblade Chronicles X book, the hardback. Beautiful, lots of really beautiful pictures in here and everything. And so I've added this one to my collection. Pretty happy about that book. And we got a empty limited run box. Why it's in there. We're going to save the Switch games for a moment. And let's go into PlayStation 4. And well, let's do 5. Terminator Resistance on the PlayStation 5. This was distributed by Limited Run Games. Very limited print. And this is like immediately, like when I put this in my my app, it's like it's $185. I don't know if it's still that, if it's gone down or up or what's going on with that, but I guess people are like, oh wait, there was a PS5 game released on there? This is not one of their numbered releases. This was only distributed by them. And it's a digital only game. Now, you can only get a digital unless you find the limited run distributed one, and that was only distributed for so long. We got Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. I was so hyped for Curt Schilling. You had R.A. Salvatore. Is Todd McFarlane involved too in the art direction? Like this, I consider like a super team of people I loved. Like R.A. Salvatore. I loved Drizzt books and all the Forgotten Realms lore that he did. It's amazing. Then I loved Todd McFarlane. I think it was Todd McFarlane. Yeah, Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn and stuff. That says right in the back. Yeah, so this was just a single player game, but they had a MMO that they were making. Kurt Schilling was a pretty big MMO player. He played a lot of EverQuest 2 and same with me and everything else. And he wanted to make his own, and it just sounded so promising. He just sucked at business and wasted a lot of money and lost the company. And yeah, the property was picked up by THQ Nordic, and they re-released this, remastered, add some more content. It's supposed to be like a second game or an expansion coming out for this game. So I picked it up. I'm gonna play this game again soon. Got it on PlayStation 4. I played it on the PlayStation. I'm sorry. It came out. Yeah, this is the PlayStation 4 Re-Reckoning. I played it on the PC, but it also came out on the 360 and also the PS3. This is Onrush. It's a racing game. Day 1 edition. Nothing special there. It's a very cheap game. Art of Fighting Anthology. This is a limited run, number 375 release. Finally! They can't take it from me. This is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, number 382, limited run release. PlayStation 4. Now this game is a Spike Chunsoft game. Numbskull published it, but it's so incredibly hard to find. I remember seeing it before. I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. It's going to come out. It's just going to drop in price. It never did. So I ended up picking up the PlayStation 4 version and the UK version of it. This is Crystar, and this is going for an ungodly amount of money right now, like $150 plus. So I got this for like 30 bucks shipped. This is No Straight Roads. I saw this like really cheap, and so I picked it up because it looked interesting, and then I saw Metal Jesus talk about this game. It's a rhythm game, rhythm-based racing game, like skater, runner game. I have no rhythm for my life, so I suck at rhythm stuff. I got Wonderful 1-on-1 on PlayStation 4. Another Senran Kagura Burst Renewal on the PlayStation 4. I have the regular edition of it. Now I got the little tailor-made limited edition. Includes a 2 CD soundtrack and bonus DLC. One of my favorite games of all time. This is my favorite Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest XI. This is the definitive edition. So this is the edition that came out on the Switch, which they did not release any kind of DLC to upgrade your PS4 version of it, and that's what I originally played it on, was the PS4, but now they just re-released this. This was on the Prime Day sale for pretty cheap, so I went ahead and picked that up because I don't want to miss that later down the line, because I'm a big Dragon Quest fan and I wanted to play it on my PlayStation 4 or even 5. Pawn shop find, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. This was like 10 bucks at a pawn shop. Monstrum. This is a PlayStation 4 game. I found it for like $5. No, this was $3.99 at a thrift store. They price all their games like at $3.99, $4. So, yeah, Monstrum. Sodesco game. I don't know anything about it. It looks like, okay, can you survive Monstrum? On a derelict cargo ship, you face terrifying monster. You got one chance. So it's like a survival escape the thing game. Save that story for a minute. PlayStation 3. This is from a buddy, Bricksmith. I was browsing on his eBay store. I got a couple things from him. I picked up this Lionel Trains on Track game. I did not have this in my collection for DS games. Did I get this other DS game from him? No. And I also picked up Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy. This is Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. I did not have this. I got all the other ones, but did not have this. It was a good price from him. Thank you, Brick Smith. I appreciate it. And adding a couple more games to my DS collection. Let's do Xbox. So this one, Xbox confuses me. So this is an Xbox Series X Xbox One game. This is Gears Tactics. Amazon had it for $10. It says Series X here. I was like trying to figure out how to categorize this in my app, because when I scan it, it goes into Xbox Series X, but it says Xbox One. So I think it'll play in both. But I love tactics games, based games, and so I do want to give this one a try. I've always wanted to play the Gears games. I watch other people play. I don't play shooters on consoles. I need my keyboard and mouse, but this is not a shooter. So I will play that sometimes. This game, Eric Landon talked about it. It's Dante's Inferno. It's one of his favorite games. I don't know why this is sitting in here, because... Oh, I picked this up at a... Oh, okay. So I picked this one up at a thrift store also for $4, and this is Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Rare Replay. The reason I picked up... Well, I was going to pick it up regardless, but the reason it's in my box is it actually got the stickers. Besides both games, it's got the sticker in there, and my version did not have that, so I need to swap that out. Probably get it, but Rare Replay... Oh, ton of excellent games. You got Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Battletoads, Blast Corps, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Love that game. Grabbed by Ghoulies, Jet Force Gemini, Jetpack, Refueled, Killer Instinct Gold, Lunar Jetman, Perfect Dark Zero, RC Pro-Am 2, Sloan, Solar Jetman, and Viva Pianta. A lot of excellent games. And if I ever get one of those in that actually will, you know, convert my keyboard and mouse into signals for a Xbox, which they do that, I might play the Gears of War. I got a couple games for my boy Miguel. These were in a different deal with another game that I will mention in a minute. But I picked up Dead or Alive 4 and Castlevania's Lord of Shadows. I did not have these two in my collection, so I picked them up. Another one lone DS game. I picked this up at Retro Madness. I did not have it either. It's a Konami game, Dragon Booster, complete. So just another one to add into there. I've really slowed down on collecting Nintendo DS. It's got to be a really good deal, and I'm not hunting it for right now because I got space issues at the moment, and I need to figure that out. I'm going to be getting rid of part of my collection to make room for different things. So I'm still debating if I want to finish off the Nintendo DS collection or not. I might just sell the games I don't want. I did get a really good deal, and I really want to finish off that collection, but yeah. Well, stay. Let's do some Vita games. For Miguel, I did get Most Wanted, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and yeah. If I see Vita games I don't have, I'm going to pick them up, because they are getting hard to find. X-Blaze Code Embryo. Pick this guy up. Looks like probably a visual novel. And then just, these were so darn cheap, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to pass them up. MLB 12, The Show, and Madden 13, so I do have a couple sports games if I ever feel the need, or anyone does. Unfortunately, the top case is broken. Oh, but I did have that GameStop case that I had, which is actually a real Vita case. It just had the printed art in there. So I probably will swap that out. Then I got 3 Play Asia exclusives. No, they're not exclusives. Yeah, they are exclusives on the Vita. So I got Sense. This is a cyberpunk adventure game, point and click cyberpunk game. It is a survival horror one, and it's not good. I tried it. Oh my god. I was excited for it. It looked cool, and then it just was not very fun at all. Disappointing. This is fun, and I have it on the Switch already, but PlayAsia had a Horizon Chase Turbo. So I picked that guy up also. And then they also, the time that they had Horizon Chase Zero, they had another game called Luck-Singer. And so I picked this one up too. Luck-Singer is a hip-hop infused spaghetti western action platformer where luck affects the world around you. Haven't tried it, don't know anything about it really. Let's go in a story from my boy Nick, Heat Haze Gaming. He's part of the Eternia Archives podcast. He was trying to just get rid of games he's just never going to play, and he had a few games that I did not have. One of them being is Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legend, and the Secret Fairy. This is the big collector's edition. This is for home device. I don't understand what that is. This is the PlayStation 4 version of it. I got the regular Switch version and the regular PlayStation 4, but I didn't have this version right here of it. So I'll open up my regular PlayStation 4 version and play it. I don't know. I'll see what's inside of this. It doesn't tell you what's in it at all. But he gave me a good deal on that guy, and so I picked that one up. And then he had a box of, and it said limited run games on there, limited run, and it looks like a Super Nintendo game. I'm like, oh, he got one of those limited run Super Nintendo releases, because they have done a few of those now. And he wanted to get rid of it, so I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And I had a one of those little box protectors. I went to go put it in. I'm like, it's not fitting. Why is it not fitting in here? You can see the size difference here. Because it's a PlayStation 4 release of Super Hydra. It's a shoot 'em up PlayStation 4 game. I would have been a lot less interested in it, but it was also a really good deal. This was he sold this one to me for $25, which is an excellent deal. It's worth like twice that at least, and it's a really good condition and everything. So cool. I have it in my collection now. I was more excited when I thought it was a PlayStation. I'm sorry, a Super Nintendo game. Some games. I went to go thrifting with my mother, and I picked up a few games with her at a thrift store. These were just a few bucks a piece. Well, for we got Ben 10 Alien Force. Then I got SeaWorld Adventure Parks, Zoo Cube, Monsters Inc. I picked I want my son to play GameCube. I missed a lot of the life of the GameCube. I only got it in a very short period of time. I only played a few games on there. Notably, like the Fire Emblem and the Skies of Arcadia game on there. That's mostly what I played on my GameCube. And then in the middle of playing Skies of Arcadia, the GameCube died. It was a gift from my friend too, and like after he got out of the army, came back from Iraq, he bought me a GameCube for my birthday, and it died. Yeah, it sucked. So I never got another one till much later in life. So I missed a lot of the games on there. Retro Madness. They had sealed copies of Second Sight on the GameCube for $15. That's pretty cool. This is also released on I think OG Xbox. I think OG Xbox, and I don't know if it was on PlayStation 2. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I got Mario Party 4. I got this from my boy Steve Wright. He traded me a game, but it didn't. This did not have a manual in it. But my boy Miguel had a manual manual and case that he picked up, and so I'm like, how much you want for that manual? So now I have the manual to complete my Mario Party 4. And here's the other game I got from Miguel. This is the big one. This one is just stupidly priced. It's complete. It is the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. This is the Pokemon Pokemon Coliseum Insiders Preview, new movie sneak peek, Jirachi Wishmaker, and Make a Wish Come True with Jirachi. It's just a bonus disc. You could add Jirachi to your Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire collection. But it is complete. It's pretty cool. I got it for a really good price from him. Thank you, Miguel. Stay. Switch games. That's all I got left is Switch games. Getting close to the end. Sense, a cyberpunk survival horror game that was just bad. PlayStation exclusive. Hopefully someone likes those, maybe if I sell them someday. I don't know. I don't feel too bad. I am going to be selling a portion of my collection because there's a project I want to do, and it's worth multiple thousands of dollars for some games. I have the first, to date, I have every single super rare game released, and I'm thinking about selling them to raise money for a project that I want to work on, and I could get a pretty long way in that project. So I'm not attached to those games. There's only a few games that I really like, but I got them, got them all, and I'm just not attached to them. I just got nothing for them. The one I just recently got to is this the Flower Collection from Super Rare Games. This one is number 52. Oh, there's a lone PSP game in here. I have this. This is actually an extra copy, but I could not leave it behind. This is Dissidia, Final Fantasy. I just was going to hold on to this right now and do a giveaway at some point in time. Just for fact, I want to just share this game out. So I got one PSP game. Any other PSP games hidden in here? Nope. Okay. Let's go through these games. We got Collar X Malice. I forget where I picked this one up, but got it. Another limited run game. This is number 86. This is The Mummy Demastered. This is a great short RPG. I'm glad it's on a physical format now, but it's To the Moon. It's a wonderful little story. Make it crafty. This is number 97, limited run. Shurin, the Wanderer, in the Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate. This is distributed by Limited Run. It's a Spike Chunsoft game, but it's distributed by Limited Run, not a numbered version. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the Complete Edition. Number 94 on the Switch. And I have every single Switch release from Limited Run games also. And they're all sealed. Same with my super rare games, they're all sealed. This was on sale, the BioShock collection. It says you need a memory card. There is a cart in here. Probably just like one game on there, and you got to download the others. I believe the same thing with this one. Yeah, download required. This is XCOM 2. That one was super cheap. It was open also, so I think I got this at a pawn shop for like $10. I got Trailblazers. This is another pawn shop find for like $10. Welcome to Trailblazer Tournament. It looks like a racing game. This is so if you like Crazy Taxi on GameCube had it. I know the Dreamcast had it. That's what I played it on. Fun game. There's a new game, spiritual successor, people will say, and it is Taxi Chaos. Towerfall limited run number 89. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. I actually opened this up. The cart's loose in there. I was like, I just broke it open on the side, pulled out the cart, and I started playing it, and then it was like an hour into it, and I still didn't do any kind of combat. And I put it down and picked up Fire Emblem 3 Houses because I never finished it. And I'm playing through that right now. I might go back to this one soon. Cthulhu Saves Christmas. This is number 88. Death and Request. This is distributed by Limited Run, but not a numbered release. This is Sea of Solitude Director's Cut. I don't know where I got this one. Is it sad that you don't know where you get some of your games? Knights and Bikes. It looks like a cute little game. Number 96 from Limited Run Games. This one I just got today. This is Panzer Paladin. And yeah, this was distributed by Limited Run Games. But, you know, it came with some cards. But Limited Run is not even stamped on this at all. But it came from Limited Run. Because in a Limited Run box. So, I don't know. I don't see Limited Run anywhere on the back of this. But it's just a side-scrolling platformer game. It looked pretty interesting, so picked that one up too. Yeah, so that is everything I picked up for my personal collection this month in June. This is very big. I got one birthday game. My birthday was last week, Friday. My wife got me, but I picked it up in May. She got it for me in May. It's because it sounded like a Father's Day birthday gift. It was the Sega CD Lunar Story. And still pretty excited about that. I still need to get a Sega CD. But anyways, this video is long enough. And I got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of cleanup to do in this game room. And yeah, so I will just cut it here, and I will see you guys later. Bye.